Morning everyone. Namaste. Before I begin, wanted to have a few questions for you all. How many of you are in the same profession from when you started after college? Okay, wonderful. How many of you are using ChatGPT on your mobile phone? And how many of you think the world has changed after the pandemic? Thank you. I like this interaction. And honestly, the world is changing. One data is there which says that probably education is the only career choice or field where entering is easy, but leaving education for another career is very difficult. Many people want to leave education but are unable to do so. Many people want to get into education and they're able to do so. Okay? And I think Srikanth here is a good example of that. So, this is data by LinkedIn, and it says that there is no permanent rice bowl. What it means is jobs are not permanent. And people by the age of 24 have already, for a significant amount of youngsters, would have changed at least 3 or 4 jobs by the age of 24. Many of our parents retired with one job, isn't it? The world has changed. And this is going to happen. Dr. Bhavani Shankar was also talking about future, career, competencies and so on and so forth. So our education needs to change for that. With the NEP coming in, definitely there is a push for a change. And how many of you agree that Indian graduates are not ready for industry? So we and the world is changing. But I would like to give one data from IdeaSync. They say that is also true for graduates from Canada and America itself. Okay, so we are not alone in that sense. These are a lot of companies we are familiar with, including Stanford. A lot of Indian students are taking Stanford online courses as well. A lot of Indians are teaching at Stanford. And a lot of these companies, including from Hyderabad, we have people working for them. So the world has become flat and job titles are changing. These are some of the titles we would not have come across in job openings, say 10 to 15 years back. Do you agree? Okay. Not only related to technology, AI or data science, but even for us, something like business administration, MBA has been a popular career choice for at least 3 decades now. And it's not going to change because business administration as a career choice remains popular across industry verticals or domains. Okay, so these careers are still there and they will continue. We all talk about future of jobs. We talk about skills of the future. In fact, Singapore has got a agency called Skills Future itself. Okay, where they give people, the citizens of Singapore, money to retrain themselves or get equipped with new skills. And this is the era of micro credentials and super specializations. Okay, and I encourage that people go back to school. When I say school, it need not be a K-12 school, but a college, a university, an online institution, whatever works for you. But these are some of the skills which employers are looking for. Communication, teamwork, what was discussed earlier. Okay, you have leadership, managerial skills, team building, ability to work across different cultures as well. Time management. I'm very happy that the organizers allowed me to come in early. My session was scheduled at 11:55, but then I have to catch a flight and I was getting worried. So I'm happy. So time management is again something we need to focus on, and being able to deliver projects on time. So the genesis of education and career education has changed. And it's now being realized that the ideal seeding point for career education is at a school level. Not just boards like IB, even CBSE is looking for vocational education in a very different manner. They're introducing skills like AI and all. Of course, we have a dedicated 2-year deep dive course at grade 11 and 12. So this is very important as our youngsters get ready for the future, for jobs of the future and skills of the future. So we as K-12 educators in schools have a responsibility to ensure that we get them ready as lifelong learners for the needs of tomorrow. So one of the popular searches which comes after is what after 10th. Earlier, students used to get 80 and above were streamed into sciences, and 60 to 80 were streamed in commerce, and then everywhere else, right? Now you have exciting careers available. How many of you have seen stand-up comedians? Right? We have the Chief Minister of Punjab, we have the President of Ukraine, one of them. It's a very lucrative career. I don't know if Simon Jacob is here, but happy to share that YouTube is one of the biggest education platforms. People use YouTube to learn automotive repair skills, cooking, and much more. I think it's probably an unacknowledged education learning platform, YouTube, right? And what happens is that video logging, you would have heard of blogging, video loggers, video creators, and more are very, very critical. In fact, India can be a back office for video creation. Of course, with AI coming in, and now you can create videos, you have news channels which are run completely on AI based, right? So it becomes very important that we hone our skills on that. In fact, I was meeting a youngster a few days back in Chennai, and what is he working on? Animation for Marvel comics and Marvel Hollywood movies. It's happening out of Chennai. So what we think as a lucrative career is changing. And we all talk about the concept of lifelong learners as educators, but it's important that we give freedom to make the right kind of career choices as well for our youngsters. So we have a program called IB Careers Program offered at grade 11 and 12. It's recognized by the Association of Indian Universities as a grade 11 and 12 program. If some of you ask me, after doing IBCP, can I do NEET, can I do JEE, or can I do CLAT? Yes, you can do all of that. But why would you do that? There are many such wonderful careers now available, and you should look at some of them. So some of the courses we are offering at grade 11 and 12 as a grade 12 qualification: AI, data science, filmmaking, design, sports management, event management, business administration. And we have a lot of schools which have taken up, and students are now showing a lot of interest in pursuing grade 11 and 12 in these avenues. Okay, so we are very happy that parents, educators, and students are aligning themselves with the needs of the future. More can be done, and more should be done, of course. So what is it in terms of the pedagogy? It comes blended with the IB pedagogy. You have a career specialization, you have master classes by experts, you have career pathways, you have practical training, case studies, industry, internships. There is a very strong community focus. We are not removing the community service element. We have it like service learning. So IB focuses a lot on community service projects, which continues within the focus of IBCP as well. Okay, and students need to do an internship, which is like an industry immersion between 15 days to 6 months. We believe that students can take a gap year after grade 12 if they so want, work in a startup, work in an established company, travel the world, learn new things, and then continue in that line, or they can go to higher education. So both pathways remain available for them. So NEP is also talking about that. So it's a program whose time has come. We talk about challenges of life and higher education, interdisciplinary learning is there, critical thinking, and most important, we all talk about it, but we don't want our students to do it, is moving away from rote learning. So it is a program which is ideally suited for that applied learner who loves to do things, project-based learning and much more. Okay? And of course, we are not saying that students cannot go to higher education pathways. They have that available. Thank you. And my email and mobile number is there. Anybody wants to reach out to us, feel free to do so. And again, if you look at it very carefully, this is something I wanted to share with you. Many of these solutions, AI and other technologies are already available on our mobile devices. We are using some or related applications. Most of us today have started using digital payments. Fintech is a very hot industry. Okay? Bharat Pay, Paytm, Google Pay, you name it, everything is available. And India is one of the leaders in that kind of fintech industry. So I think there are a lot of options coming up. Please encourage the youngsters to move away or think differently from the tradition-based education. One last thing before I say thank you again. IB is organizing an IB Manthan at Good Shepherd International School on 11th and 12th January. It's not only for IB schools, it's for 9 non-IB schools as well. Feel free to register and attend. Thank you. Thank you, Brainfeed. Thank you, Mr. Brahmam.